Good morning, students. Good morning, students. I hope you all are doing well. So, as we had completed our lesson number 4, that is journals, some students have asked me of doubts. Right. So, some students had asked me about the question, and I had said you will solve your doubts. So, the question was this fifth transaction of illustration number 12. Goods of 30,000 purchased from Royal Traders stores on credit at 10% trade discount, and stores paid railway freight 200 and wages 1,000 on our behalf. Right, and the student had asked me the question. He had sent the PDF. Okay, so the answer goes like this. He had also shared the same point. And see, in this, what happens, students? We are paying on, they had paid us on our behalf. So 30,000 of goods, 10% trade discount, that is 27,000. So purchase account debit 27,000, right? Then wait. Okay, so the question is purchase account debit 27,000, then railway freight account debit 200, then wages account debit 1,000, so that gives you 28,200 to Royal Traders account. Why to Royal Traders account? Because they had paid on our behalf, so they will charge from us. Cash will not come over here because they had paid and they will charge from you. So what is the total amount paid to Royal Traders? That is 28,200. Again, I'm repeating the journal entry. Purchase account debit 27,000. Railway freight account debit 200. Wages account debit 1,000. What is the total? 27,000 plus 200. That is 27,200 plus 1,000. 28,200. So that is the amount paid to the Royal Traders. So to Royal Traders, 28,200. Next question is goods purchased from Royal Traders, out of which 15% the goods of 15,000 sold to Bhagwati at 10% trade discount, and after adding 20% profit on it, railway freight 1,000 and wages 500 paid on behalf. So students, I had explained this. Remember, we had just in my previous book, it was still here after adding 20% profit on it. So that entry we had done was 15,000 plus 20% is 18,000 minus 10%, so that goes to 16,200, right? So we had passed the entry Bhagwati Traders account debit 16,200 to sales account. Yes or no? So here your entry will go like this. Bhagwati Traders account debit 16,200 plus Why plus? Because this is the expense that they are going to pay. We are not going to pay for them. We are paying on their behalf. So what is the amount? Plus 500. That goes to 17,700. This is the amount they will pay. Who? Bhagwati Traders. Right? So Bhagwati Traders account debit 17,700 to sales account 16,200 to cash account because these transactions are paid in cash 1,500. What is the total? 17,700. Right? Because wages and railway freight and all that are paid in cash, that are not kept in pending work. Right? So that's why we had taken as Bhagwati Traders account 17,700. Bill will be charged as 17,700. Sales account, in that sales account they had paid 16,200 to cash 1,500. Is it clear? Then what is the transaction that is asked by the student? Now one of the question was asked was on 19th. Wait. It is said on 19th, after deducting 100 rupees discount, check issued to Royal Traders as final settlement. See students, for that you have to see entire transactions related to Royal Traders before that. So let me see in your illustration solution only. Here on 5th the amount to be paid was 30,000. Then had they paid, purchase return is the minus 500, so that goes to, with purchases were of 27,000 minus 500, that goes to 26,500. Then they had paid, okay, the on 19th, so the amount was 29,500 because we have deducted 30,000. First I had said you 30,000 minus 29,500, and from that discount is the income, so discount is deducted, so 29,000 is the 400 of the settlement. Is it clear? I hope all of you are clear with this chapter. Again, solve all the sums by yourself, and if you have doubt you can ask me. I had solved the queries. If your queries are solved, then those who had asked the question, yes teacher I understood, so I will be happy to listen from you, as I was happy to listen from your doubts, and I'm sorry as I had solved your queries late. Right, so I'm starting with lesson number, oh, Okay, so now we are starting with a new chapter, subsidiary book. Which chapter is this in your book that I don't know? So you just go through it. The name is subsidiary book. Now, what is subsidiary book? See, we had studied all the journal entries combined. Purchase is there, sales is there, purchase return is there, sales return is there. Then purchase of furniture is there, right? Other things are there. So wages are paid, salary is paid, all are combined. What is subsidiary book? Subsidiary book is bifurcating them. Is it clear? Bifurcating means dividing them. Now see, we recently I had solved Royal Traders example. So Royal Traders example was I have to see the journal entries date wise. In subsidiary book, what we are going to maintain? In subsidiary book, purchase amount is totally maintained differently. Purchase book is maintained. Purchase book will have Royal Traders. Purchase return will have a Royal Traders name. Right? Sales book. So in that we can do. It will be more helpful to you. Subsidiary book. When the number of transactions increase in large number, entering all the transaction in one book becomes difficult. Following are the limitations of journal. While writing every transaction, the account name has to be mentioned, right? So the journal becomes bulky. All of the situations comes over here. So meaning of subsidiary book. Subsidiary book refers to the journal kept for specific transaction or similar nature. For specific means purchase book is maintained only for purchases. Sales book is maintained only for sales book. Purchase return book is maintained only for purchase book. The types of subsidiary book, cash book. In this, cash book is a book in which only and only cash transactions are maintained. So simple cash book, two columnar cash book, three columnar cash book. That you are going to study separately a chapter known as cash book. In that you will be more clear. Means only and only cash transactions will be recorded. Either they are purchase transaction, either sale transaction, either they are buying furniture, either they are buying any machinery, either they are paying wages. But every transaction in cash will be recorded in cash book. Then goods subsidiary book. Goods subsidiary book means the goods in which the businessman deals. That goods subsidiary book, purchase return book, sales return book. Four books are there, right? So goods subsidiary book is clear to you. Then subsidiary book for bills. Bills receivable, bills payable you had heard. For their record also the book is maintained. And last is journal proper. Journal proper is a book of recording in which no transaction related to goods, no transaction related to cash or return. जिसका कोई नहीं है उसका जर्नल प्रॉपर है. ये सब हम इंडिविजुअली हर एक चैप्टर में देखेंगे. जैसे हम सब्सिडरी बुक देखेंगे, then bills receivable, bills payable का भी हम देखेंगे. But now we are going to see this subsidiary book. Purchase book, sales book, purchase return book, purchase sales return book. Goods related. कैश का हम नहीं देखेंगे. So here subsidiary books are, you can see purchase book. Purchase book is a simple purchase book, columnar purchase book. Why columnar purchase book? Because you had said recently I had added railway freight, then wages. So these kind of columns are there. We are getting discount also. But in simple purchase book, simple transactions are recorded. It will be more clear to you. See, simple purchase book. Date. This is your purchase book that you are going to prepare. In this is the specimen of purchase book. Only purchase related transaction of the goods in which the businessman deals will be recorded. Per date, name of supplier, inward invoice number means the bill number that is having a ledger folio number that is LF number, amount. And here you can see what is written, total credit purchase, because here only and only credit transactions are recorded. Good purchased of rupees 10,000 from A. So that 10,000 from A will be recorded over here. A's account name will be written and 10,000 amount will be written over here. But goods purchased in cash rupees 10,000. So that will not be recorded in purchase book, sales book, or in any subsidiary book related to goods. Only and only credit transactions are recorded. Is it clear? So this is your following transaction. I'll explain you tomorrow. Till then, just go through the video, and whatever your doubts are there for lesson number 4, please get queries from me. I'll explain in the videos. Is it clear, students? I hope you all do well and understood lesson number 4, journal, right?